morning and welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show on this beautiful Saturday morning, November the 24th, 2023. Moving Liberia from a laissez-faire, grown-out government to a government of and for the people. Woke up this morning with hopes for a better Liberia, for a renewed Liberia, where the Liberian citizens will be actual participants in this new government. Rise up and take their position to move this government and people to a better state of existence. Is my correspondent in Liberia there, Samuel Wilker? How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, good morning, bro.
Sam,
Morning.
what's up? What's happening on this beautiful day in Liberia? Oh, Lord, what happened, man? My boy got lost. But anyway, he'll come back. But in the meantime, you see, our president-elect, Joe Boycott, has brought his team together with the old government, with CDC, and now they have formed a transitional team that we hope will usher in a government for the people. Mr. Wilker is back. I hope he's here for good now. Yeah, I see you, brother. What's happening?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes. How you doing? What's the news
Ron,
in Liberia?
the transitional process is on. Yesterday, President George Weah and his vice president, Howard Taylor, met with President Boakai and his vice elected President Joseph Juma Boakai and his vice president in the cross section of United Party officials and CDC government officials. They met to formalize the transitional team. And that was done yesterday. So they have begun work.
Wow. And so how's the situation in Liberia this morning?
Liberia is so quiet, man, and people are optimistic of what is ongoing when it comes to the process leading to the inauguration. So I mean, things are quiet, things are calm.
That's how we need it. Calm and peaceful and quiet.
Yeah.
So what do you hope to see in this transitional period?
Well, I has been supported widely. President Weah stood the test of time and he exhibited the real sportsmanship. How to describe it. So I mean, Liberia, I mean, for now, this period, I mean, we expect a calmness. We expect no noise, no problem, because we expect dignitaries to come to grace this occasion. And next door neighbor, Sierra Leone President Mara Bua has just, congratulated President-elect Boakai, and he promised to work with Boakai to ensure that the union, the Monterey Union Basin is always peaceful. Good news for our region.
Wow. So what else is happening in the country?
Well, the mining giant ArcelorMittal in northeastern Liberia, Nimba County, the manager, Mr. Corning, met with Joseph Boakai and promised a smooth partnership, to enhance our development program in the country. That's a good news for Boakai.
Wow. Anything else?
Yeah. why Liberians are looking up to improve security during and after this transitional period. The national security institutions, we got more than seven different institutions from the security sector, and some other groups are benefited from a 2 days training from the small arms and the control program for Liberia to
Wow.
ensure continuity and sustainability of our security program because we expect a lot of guests to come, during this transitional period.
So they're trying to beef up the security.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anything
And
else?
and and lastly, from District 8, Mosrata County, residents of the Jonathan community have accused outgoing CDC representative Akaras Gray of using marksmen to beat on an older woman, and this woman died 2 days later at the hospital from injuries. So they have complained the Minister of Justice. Up and now, we have not heard anything from the Minister of Justice yet.
Well, you know, when I hear nothing like that, this administration is gone. So when we get rid of the laissez-faire government, the grown-up boys, we'll start having a system of law and order because people can't just do things in Liberia and get away with it with impunity. You know, we got laws. People got families and relatives who love them. You know, you can't hide people and just get away with it. You know, these are the things that bring about vindictiveness. People want revenge. People want payback. And that's what we got our law and our departments for, to prevent these kind of things. So we punish people who do wrong so their families can be resolved. They can say, okay, yes, our family were injured, but the law satisfied us. That's what we got law for. But when people are not satisfied, when they are grieved because what people do to their family members or their loved ones, and they think they will just get away with it. Look at all the people George Weah then killed. You think they're ready at peace with this Weah government going in with impunity? No. People want justice. But how do we get justice? How do we get justice, Sam, when the people who commit the crime are so powerful that they can do things with impunity? Like we really have no laws in our country. Where are we going with all of this? You know, and people looking to boycott to rectify some of these things, you know, to bring justice to some people, to settle the country. So people know that our laws work. And we got to start where our courage is great. This is the first sign where we got to start. And the Liberian people can't let this go in vain. Once the Jalatan people have stood up and said, this man hurt somebody in our community, we want him to be penalized. Other people got to stand up because this is the crux of justice. This is where it starts. We know what Akaras Gray did on the university campus. He carried thugs on the campus. We saw what he'd been doing all through the election. This man need to be brought to book. And if the Jalatan people got evidence that he brought thugs into the community and they injured, they killed a woman or beat her or brutalized her to death, then all of us got to stand up with the Jalatan people. Because our community has come out and said this man brutalized people in our community. We want justice. So if the people standing up now to say they want justice, we cannot sit down and let it go in vain. Where are the social service organizations? What you call them? Social society organizations? Where are these
Civil
justice?
society organization.
Yeah, this justice.
Civil society.
Yes, this will go to Jalachana and join these people. Let's bring these people to book. Koji and all of them. This is the time now to bring them to book. We know the crimes they committed. We've been quiet. People been yelling. Nobody has done anything about it. Now this government is changing. We need to bring all of them to book. The Kakaras Gray, the Koji. Who the other one that brutalized people in the country?
Koji, Akaros Gray, who Solomon George, no, he's just a rude man, but you know,
Salama George got loud. Kuna man with loud
yeah,
mouth.
he's just loud, so yeah. But mean it's Koji and Akaros Gray.
They're the people who fighting people and beating and threatening people to beat them up.
They're the people, yeah.
These the people gotta face their Waterloo now. And they want beat people. And they want commit criminal acts in our legislature and in government, all of that. Now it's the time for them to face the music. They're putting people in court. Let's bring evidence of their actions and crimes during their rule. These same people here can go to South Beach. We can watch people carrying food to them. We can watch them crying in jail that they're not eating every day too. You watch it, Sam. When we put the boys in jail and they be in South Beach, you'll see them crying. Bring our food. Oh, they're suffering us. It's coming. It's coming. We are a nation of laws. You see what I said, Sam? People come, they want to reach out themselves on our government. The government for all of us, for 4 million of us. How a handful of people will just come and just steal our money and depress us. You know, they come, they act like they're educated and they're not educated. Ellen Johnson Sally wasn't educated, she's a dummy. I mean, it hurt me that our woman just wasted our money, man. She got to get us some of that money back. I'm not talking all of this just to be talking. I'm talking all of this because Ellen Johnson Sally, her children and her family got to give us some of that money back. They don't give us that money back. They must not live in peace in Liberia. You hear me, Liberian people? Ellen Johnson Sally, the Johnson family, the Sally family, all those people that enjoy in Liberia under Ellen Johnson Sally, they must not live in peace in Liberia. Never. They robbed us. That woman brought us family and took our money and divided it with them $15,000. She legally stole from us. She legally stole from us. How you pay people $20,000 a month? I mean, Sam, that's asinine. That's stupid. Only an idiot would do that shit. Only an idiot. And that demonstrates that Ellen Johnson Sally is an idiot. She's an idiot. Who's going to pay that money back? We're not going to pay that money back. The people that support Ellen Johnson Sally got to pay it back, the World Bank and all these people. No, we're not paying that money back. Or you'll squeeze Ellen Johnson Sally, let her get all our money back. All that money you'll get Ellen Johnson Sally? Asinine. How you would take our money and pay people $20,000, Sam? Is that reasonable? All the educated people in Liberia, all the educated people in the world, you put a notice asking people, revolutionaries to come home to help you build the country. You want pick and choose. Then you go pay people $15,000. And the people who you pay $15,000, what did they do in Liberia, Sam? All the people Ellen Johnson said he brought. What can we see that they left in Liberia? Everything she built, she took it and gave it to this dummy. It's gone. How can people just waste our money like that? Huh? And we got to pay for it? Are you crazy? What we paying taxes for then? The people stealing from us. What we paying taxes for? We shouldn't be paying taxes. We got such of rogues in the country. All the people that serve in our government need to bring that money back. How you go pay people $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month, man, in a poor country? Ellen Johnson said, this thing will go down. Our children will look at this, what the woman did to us, and they will judge her. That's why I'm making my tape now, so they can know that there were some Liberians who were against this, who thought Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was a dummy. She didn't like us. I never worked in her government because she didn't want me to work in her government. I wouldn't want to be paid $20,000. That was what she didn't call me, because I thought it was not asinine. I'm not Benani Ure sitting there stealing money. I didn't build my country. How will I be sitting in my country? I see all the people around me suffering. I see all the joy in my country. Then I'm getting $15,000. What good is it doing me when my country is nasty and dirty? What good am I doing for my people, Sam? That's the question I want to ask all these useless rogues that came under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to steal from our government, to steal our wealth. What did you all do for Liberia? Look at my country. All the nasty died around us. She didn't take that money to clean up Liberia. She took money to pay her relatives. And look how she made my late niece. My late niece, a late 20-year-old girl, mayor of Peensville. What my niece know to build Peensville? Come on, man. Give me a damn break. My late baby niece, she can't even brush her teeth good. You take my niece to pour over Peensville. Come on, man, Sam. You see, then people talking about, oh, madam, being mayor, madam. I let girl to that. What does that girl know? That girl can't even pee straight. You take her to feed hundreds of thousands of people in Peensville. You see how the woman just destroyed our country? And she was paying that they get $15,000 to a month? Hey, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's my niece. But I was wrong. My niece not mature enough to build Peensville. She didn't even know her own alphabet good. Why don't you take that again and get her Peensville? Hey, man. You see, that's just giving our money to our relatives. That's our cousin. That's our cousin. All the people with knowledge and wisdom that could fix Peensville. You get a Peensville, you get it to my little niece. Then she put all her relatives somewhere other places instead of cleaning up Liberia, cleaning up Monrovia, taking all that money and cleaning up Monrovia, paying those people. Man, we got people in Liberia that could do far better than those people that came from America. You see, that what got the Liberian people mad. You know, but not the government of Liberia. That one set of people you put there, they bring their relatives and pay them $15,000, $20,000. All the people stole from Liberia. All those people that serve under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Weah are rogues. How you take $15,000, $5,000, $10,000 from a poor nation when we need revolutionaries to come and build our country? When we got revolutionaries, we got people to build our country. We got young men and women who will sacrifice anything to come build our country. But we got too much dishonest people. We got too many rogues, Sam, who will want to come to work for our country for nothing when the president is a rogue. The relative is a rogue. All of them. It got to change, man. If we want look at the t-shirt I'm wearing. It says it takes a village to raise a child. That's what on this t-shirt. And that's the message to us. It takes a village to raise a child, but how will you raise a child when the village can't come together? When the village got too many criminals in it? How will we raise our children to be criminals too? Trust and don't pay, because there's no other way to be happy in Liberia but to trust and don't pay. What kind of song is that, Sam? That is a song we sang when we were growing up. You remember that song?
Yeah.
That song taught us to be rogues. How you teach the children that song? That is songs we grew up singing. Trust and don't pay. Then we see our country rogues, Benin Nigerian rogues, all the rogues running around our country. Then we say, why our people call so rogues? Because Tottenham then taught us to sing Trust and Don't Pay. How the children will sing that song, Sam?
But the framing, trust and obey, trust and don't pay. Like Robin Hood are framing things.
I mean, you chop, I chop. Eh? Vicky, you chop, I chop. And then what our government is about. Look at how Ellen Johnson has stole our money. She's supposed to be intelligent. That woman is a rogue. She's a nasty, low down, dirty rogue. Trust and don't pay. Steal from steal, make all that. You chop, I chop. And this is why, Sam, we got to shatter all those evil things. Our children will never sing those kind of songs. We will never hear them in our societal norms. They cannot be part of our system of integrity, of justice. They can't be. We got to shatter all those things. We don't want our children singing those kind of songs. Because when you start singing it, it becomes a part of you. I told you how all of us were standing in front of the dining room waiting to go eat. When Ben and I, you were just yell out, "You're turn crazy," and maybe government official, I was steal the hell. And he laughed. It was funny. And all the guys were laughing. I was looking at him. I said, Ben, how you can say that kind of thing? You're in college, about to graduate to lead our country. Then you're telling us, if we turn crazy and make you government official, you steal like hell. Look at what he did to our maritime bureau. Now he's the richest man in Liberia. Ben and I, you came from nowhere. Had nothing. His pa had nothing, and ma had nothing. Now he's the richest man in Liberia. What does that tell you? He told us what he was going to do. Why should we put that man in court? That man is guilty. You see, Sam, when these people admit their actions, why would we put them in court? Just bring the tape from cotton and say, "But now your tape, yeah, you standing here. I will steal your maybe president, government official. I will steal the hell." Then he laughing. Just show that tape to the judge. Your Honor, yeah, better now you were in college. He's guilty even before he started working for government. Boom, boom, guilty. Then we show the other tape. We bring the other useless, evil woman up. Ellen Johnson said it. Bah. Her son stole $10 million from the Liberian people. Bankrupt our oil company. And she said she's responsible. Rogue. We got $20 million right there. Because when your son steals $10 million 10 years ago, it can't be the same $10 million today. We got something called interest. You see, that one would have catch all the rogues, Sam. When people take other people's money and put it in their bank account and say they're keeping it, no, they're stealing it. Any organization you got, if you raise money, that money is supposed to go in a separate bank account in nobody's name. The person who's keeping that money supposed to open a bank account in the organization name. You hear me? When you form organizations and raise money, nobody supposed to keep that money in their house, in their bank account, or in any drawer under their bed. That money supposed to go in a bank account in the organization name. The president and the secretary general and the treasurer, those three people, open a bank account in the organization name and put that money there. Even that $20, $10. But if you intend to collect money, there must be an account in the organization name. In America, you can go and open a bank account in a non-profit organization name. The only thing you will not get, they will not give you interest. I got bank account in my organization name. They don't take, I don't get no interest from the bank. The bank can use my money in their banking operations. But whatever they do, they don't give me interest because they're keeping my money for me. They say that's the benefit of them keeping my money for me without charging me any fee for them to use my money as they want and don't give me interest. So if you can open a bank account in America, a non-profit organization, you will not get interest, but they will keep your money for you. They may not charge you any fee. My bank don't charge me no fee. They just use my money and but they don't pay me interest. So I get no interest, but they save my money for me. So if your bank can do that, do it. Okay? But don't put it in nobody's bank account. When you put it in somebody's bank account, all the interest go to that person. Yeah, the person say, oh, you're giving me $300 in my account. No, you got more than $300. Don't let them lie to you. Every quarter, the bank will give you interest. That means every 3 months, the bank will give you interest. That interest go to your money. If that person got your money in their bank account, that's where they're stealing because all the interest going to them. They will not tell you about the interest. They will tell you, oh, I got the organization $300 in my account. No, they got more than $300. That's where the stealing come in. That's why under the law, when they tell you when you form organization, they call it commingling. They say do not commingle your organization funds with your personal money. When you commingle it, then you cannot tell whose money it is. Yeah, you got on the record $300 for the group, but what is the real amount you got for the group? What is their interest you've been collecting? You're not telling them about the interest. And if you got plenty of money in the bank, you get plenty of interest. You got $5,000, your interest may be $100 a month, or $150 or $75. That person not telling you about that interest they're getting. They're just telling you you got $300 in the bank. But every 3 months, they're collecting $75 as interest from for your money. And that way the stealing comes in because they're not telling you. And I'm here to tell you got to get wise. Whenever you form organization and get money, open a bank account and put that money in it. Don't let nobody put it in their personal account. They're stealing from you. Okay? Once that money in their personal account, they're getting interest. They will not tell you the interest. They will just tell you, yes, the club got, yeah, I got $300, keeping it for you. No, they don't have $300. They got $300 plus the interest that the bank pay on that money. So that's why you see, when your family members do these kind of things, that's stealing. But young people, you don't know about interest. Some people not academically inclined. So when they tell you we got the family money in the bank and giving you one figure, they're not giving you the interest that the bank is paying on the money. And that's where the stealing, the dishonesty, the disloyalty, the negativity come from. Okay? People like to steal, you know. Some people they want to live lives above their livelihood, above their income. They want to live the other people. They want to act like they got when they don't have. You know, they want entertainment. They want to take their family out and be like other people. So when they shut on money, they took other people's money and use it. And that's not right. That's not right. People take their hard-earned money and give it to you to keep. Your job is to grow that money, not diminish it by taking it for yourself. You see, and when we understand these things, all of us will live better. You know, when you keep your money, you always got to build that money. You can't just let the money sit down. Read your Bible. You remember when Jesus, not Jesus, but it's the same teaching. When the Bible tells us how this man went away and gave his servants money. He gave one $5, he gave one $2, and gave one $1, and he went away. And the guy with the $1 took it and mismanaged it and lost it. The other guy with the $2 or $3 took it and put it in the book, so he couldn't use it and hide the book, so he could keep the money that the master come. And the guy who he gave $10 to, or whoever the most money to, took that money and put it in the market to grow it. So when the master come, he can have more money. So when the master came back, the guy who he gave the lowest money to had nothing, so he got rid of him. Then the other guy who kept the money in the book under the bed, he had no use for him because he sat on the money. He didn't use it for anything good. He didn't use it to increase the money. He didn't take no chances. He just hit the money and sat on it and maybe suffered himself. And the guy who took the money and invested it and doubled it legally, he rewarded him. You see, so when you get money, there's a chance you take. Whoever you give your money to, they can invest it wisely or they can invest it illegally. Now, if that wise guy had taken that money and gone gamble and all of that, he may have won or he may have lost. You see, that's the kind of investment you put your money in. If you put your money in risky investment, you stand to lose. Whereas if you go and put your money in good investment, your boss leave you money. You go, you see the real estate market booming. You say, okay, my boss got money here. Let me take it and buy some land and invest in land and houses or something that will bring money legally in the right way. And you take that money and you do it. And you occur interest and benefits. That's good investment. Other people will take that money and go gamble. Now that's a risky investment. If you lose all the man money, what you will say? Oh, so I tried, but I lost. What do you think you will do to you? You'll put you in jail. So you see, when we are giving goods, it depends on our acumen, our education, our upbringing, our self-interest. All these things gear us to being towards who we want to be as good citizens of our nation. But when you have all these things, you are blessed, but you're not educated enough to have the vision to see where to put your money or your wealth. That's where you are misguided. That's where you look at things. You see the housing market, you see the food market, you see all these things that you could invest in. But you say, nah, I don't want to invest in it. I want quick money. Let me go play the lottery. Let me take this $4 million and put it in a chance game that I'm going to win 20 million with if I win. But if I lose everything. And that's the weight we take. You see, that's where you measure a man like George Weah compared to a man like Joe Walker. That's how you measure them. Where would they put their wealth? Now we know all George Weah cares about right now is music and dancing and entertainment. That's his forte. He's president of our country. Look at Joe Walker. He's been in government for 40 years. He led industries. He led agencies. Whether he's been good or not, he served in government in respectable positions. George Weah never did that. So we gave them the wealth of our country, both men. And we see what they have done with it. Because what we call that? The values of an individual. What is your value? Your value is determined by how you behave, not only in the social setting, but when we give you money, how you behave. You say you doctor. George and Boca just master degree, man. Boca he just got one college degree. You doctor. We give you 5 million, we give Boca 1 million. Boca take the million and invest it in farming and something. You take the 1 million, go in the nightclub, start making music, booga dancing, and buying booze and partying with your friend. What would be the benefit, son? Huh? You tell me, son, what would be the benefit between the man who invests the $1 million in farming and the other man who took a $4 million and put it in music and doing the booga dance? What's the difference?
And he began useless. The man who took the money to the club, he useless.
Well,
So the man who invest a little money, he's yeah. I
well
mean,
you
he's
can't
responsible in his son.
you can't really say he's useless because the music may pick up. He may be successful to make a bad music that may bring $1 billion, but it's a game of chance. It's a game of chance because nobody knows the future. And I don't want to say that if you play music, you will fail. That's condemning music. Whereas somebody could play music and make a good song and hit. But it's a game of chance.
But I mean, taking the money to the nightclub, you know, and boozing and stuff like that, and enjoying. I'm referring to.
Yeah, it's still a game of chance. Look at all, I don't want to say you will fail. Some that people that go in a nightclub and make big money. That boom, blow it up. But if it's not your forte, if it's not your mission, you can't succeed. You can't be president and want to be a guitar player and you take the money for the presidency and say you invest it in guitar music with the hope that you will blow up and win and become a millionaire and pay our money back. There's no guarantee to that. But when you invest in farming and things that encourage people to get involved with feeding themselves or producing for the nation to live, that's something else. You can't go wrong with that. Except Mother Nature causes you to fail. But that's a positive investment. That's something people will gravitate towards because everybody got to eat. And if they see you doing the right thing, want to farm, want to do things, people will join you. Anytime you do the right thing, people will join you, Sam. You know, sometimes even if you do the wrong thing, people will join you, but they will join you for the wrong reasons. And everything will be a flop in the end. Because bad does not overpower good. It does not. So here we are again, striving to build our country. Striving, man. Striving. And where we going from here, Sam? What are your views?
Well, with Walker's experience and his successes from the positions that he's occupied, in the past, I think we are heading towards the right direction. We see partners coming in, international people healing in Baka. So I'm sure we on the right trajectory, and we hope to see Liberia prosper tomorrow under this regime. I remember
Well,
I read a prophecy. I read a prophecy from how you oh man, they call it Bishop man from
Francis,
Liberia,
Bishop
Francis
Francis.
Michael Francis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he prophesied all these things. And the young follower, the young guy will cause problem for his country. And at the end, when his relationship has been over, and a still statement will come and Liberia will prosper. So we hope and we hoping for a prosperous Liberia. We can see his prophecy is coming true. For the last 6 years, I mean, Liberia went through hell, man. As described by Michael Francis. Yes, Liberia went through hell. But thank God, his prophecy has come true.
Well,
And we shall see a better Liberia.
we still got a lot of challenges, Sam. Just cleaning up Monrovia alone is a challenge. It would take a lot of money. And the part about it too, we don't want to deposit that dirt. I mean, there's a place in Sierra Leone, Sam. When you drive by it, every day the fire is going on. Every day, and it's just turning the trash upside down. There's a part it's a little away from the city, the main city. But every day I drove by that thing. They're trying to get rid of their trash too. Then there's a river. You look at that river, there's no water in the river. The river is dirt. The river is mud. Have you ever seen a mud river? Nobody can swim in that river. There's no water. It's mud and dirt is black like mud. Where the feces, the throw feces. Oh, yes, Sam.
Everything.
And people
Up to
still
the
on that.
West Point, yeah, the West Point like
And people on that river with boat and things, with canoe and things. How you can
uh,
ride that kind of water?
it's the West Point. It's the West Point, brother. What West Point? Water side.
That West Point is
Oh, Rod, man, you feel so bad when you
the
on
water
that
is
bridge. The frowsiness.
the water is mud.
Water is black.
Is
It's
mud.
black, not muddy though, but black.
Wow. Yeah, but this water
Very
inside,
dark.
this
And
water is
the
you, man.
cabbage,
It's dark too, and it looked like
yeah.
no water there. Just looked like mud. Everything just sitting in the mud, just like slime, and you can see the water from the road, and where the water ends on the rocks, nothing but toilet tissue and all kind of things. Oh man, people got work to do, man. Why they can't clean up that? You gotta go there and clean it up. You gotta send people there to clean it up. People will do it. But if the government has no interest in it, they will not do it. You know, something gotta be done. I can't boat travel on in mud. If slipway is that, man, then we got a lot to do for our country to clean it up, man. Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot.
River is stink.
Hey, man, Sam.
River is stink. Frowsy. You never get fresh air when you enter city center.
Hey, man.
Uh, so
And
that's why you see more people leaving the city center.
that
We're at
reflects.
the outskirts of the city.
But if you leave the city center, what will happen to the city? You can't just leave and go. We got to clean it up. You can't just leave and go. You leave and then your capital city, Everybody coming to the country, coming to the capital city. We have been another republic, sir. All the people in the country
They put
living,
out,
all the people in the city moving to the outskirts, and all the guests coming to the capital city. Damn, man, come on, man. We're doing things backwards. Sam, we got a lot of work to do, man. And Sierra Leone is so beautiful too, man. It's beautiful. But it's been so nasty, man. We got to clean up our countries. Sierra Leone, Liberia, I haven't been to Guinea. But I mean, we got work to do, man, to clean if down water side slip with the water black and nasty, like the water I talking about in Freetown. It gotta be that way. Because we're no different. Our people throw all the feces and everything in the water. So that water is totally polluted. Totally.
inside the river. We got toilet all at the bank of the river.
Yeah, but we're cleaning up all
To
that
the
river.
center,
We're cleaning up all that river.
to
We're
the center,
moving all the people.
Goddardville, Squaresy,
There'll
other
be no
places.
more slipway. There'll be no zoning when. No, we're cleaning up. We find so the
Even Clarentine, that you relocate people from Clarentine and Valentine.
Sam, we're cleaning up the water area. We're cleaning up our water line. We're cleaning up all the place. We find places to put the people. We build a how they call it a retirement low income village where all the people can go in, but they got to learn how to maintain the place too, because they're not going there to mess those places up. They got to learn how to cook, where to cook, how to live good lives. There will be a total,
Prefabricated, man.
yeah. We got to have a total class to teach our people about good living, where to cook, how to do things. This is where our national home economics school will start. I'm telling you, everybody in Liberia will learn how to cook, will learn how to make a bed, will learn how to clean a house. Every Liberian will learn how to be clean. When you say you are Liberian, you will be able to turn a house upside down and take a house and make it a mansion. You will clean it up. You will know how to cook. You will know how to do everything to make life good for civilized people. Our country coming to change. Our country will change. We'll be resourceful. We'll be productive. All this backwardness in our country will cease and desist. We will not have no more country and conquer people. Our people will rise to the level of professionals. When we look at each other, we look at each other with respect because we can produce. Okay? All of us will be productive citizens of the Republic of Liberia. So help me God. In the cause of the people, the struggle continues. Aluta! Continua. My class is done. Have a good day, my people. I see you on Monday. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Okay? Have a good weekend.